All right. So earlier today, I actually had a singing lesson that I was taking, and I recorded the upright piano, just a few octaves from it, as part of the lesson, just for, because I'm weird. And so I put that into the multi-sampler. And so I have been messing a lot with the layering voices and specifically layering specific voices. So that's what this is going to be about in a lot of ways. It's just like I think I'm just going to be playing around with layering some of this. Hey, how's it going? And we've got, I'll just play a chord because I like the way this upright piano sample sounds that I recorded. So it's slightly out of tune, which I think is cool. But what I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to add a subtle LFO, and I'm not totally sure on where yet. Maybe onto one of the parameters. Yeah, let's do like one of the looping parameters, and let's make it increase over time. I don't really hear that. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little more drastic then, or... Okay, and so what I will do there is I'm going to copy this one by holding it down and hitting copy, and then I'm going to move it to track 5, and I'm going to copy this voice here. And here I'm going to, let's put a different LFO on things. Let's put a kind of slow one. Let's make it do a lot, and we'll also have it affect one of the loop points. Okay, so I can hear it a little bit more there, so I'll stick with that. And I'll link these two tracks by holding down 4 and hitting 5. So we're getting a little bit more kind of texture there. We can also throw on some filters. I already have some of the, I guess I don't have the high pass filter enabled here. So I'll turn that on, but then I'll also turn on kind of a resonant filter, I guess, and let's turn on key tracking for it. Turn off key tracking, I guess. Okay, so I think this might be interesting layered now, possibly. And I will transpose this one. Let's go down. There we go. I don't know, that just sounds really dramatic. If I don't have this linked, still sounds pretty cool, but I don't know, just having that extra octave layered and then having a bit more texture there. But I think we can go, by we, I just mean me. I can go a little further with this. So I'm going to paste this same piano one here. And then I'm going to, mess with this a bit. Let's put a very long release on this one. filter. Let's make sure it's sending to at least the reverb. And what if we do the opposite here? I know I changed the loop point stuff, but what if I actually turn off the release here? And what if we make the filter kind of be snappy? Is that the term? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's make it faster. So this should sound pretty weird, and it's the same multi-sampled piano from the nonprofit music school that I go to. I guess random shout out to Swallow Hill. So now we have this layered with 3 voices. And that sounds really intense. What about a different octave? One of my videos, somebody commented that like XY seems like lo-fi hi-fi, and I kind of agree with that. But weirdly enough, that is kind of my thing. I do enjoy that. How it's kind of like, yeah, there's still those weird little ticks in the middle and stuff. And actually, let's take, I just realized we could take this further. Let's put on a hold player. So now it's just going to hold those indefinitely. Now I'm going to, let's reverse these, or some of these. This one's already weird enough as it is. Let's not reverse them. Maybe what I'll do is, maybe I'll make one that's randomly reversed. I think I can pull that off. So I'll copy the same piano track, put it here. And then I'm going to, it won't technically be random, I don't think, but I'm just going to put a square value. Oh man, how do I change that? There we go. This font is so tiny I can't actually tell. There we go. I mean, plus I've got like vision stuff I should probably get checked out, but that's not relevant. So let's find the... Oh, we can't change the reverse because it's on the second page of this. So I can't actually have this, I don't think, change whether things are reversed. But one thing I think I can do is I think I might be able to use some step components here. I'm not sure, but let's give it a try. Like, what if there and there I make it go, it's going to sound ugly, but I want it to stand out. I want it to go chromatic up. And what if here... What if here I just throw some notes out there? Okay, yeah. So that sounded really ugly because it was on this step and it was playing chromatic, like one semitone up. So let's see if that also happens here, though. That doesn't sound quite as ugly, so I don't know what's up with that. But I'll get rid of those. I was just curious what would happen. It just gives us at least some options here. Like, I guess I could just throw some random ones on here. Let's just put them all there. What if we... That probably isn't going to do anything because it's not really repeating a step. What if we make these all... Oh, what am I doing? I just do these on like 4 steps. So what if we make them all randomly multiplied? And let's make these ascending. Let's make these descending. I usually don't do things like this, but I'm kind of curious what will happen here. Okay, so we're hearing some of this. We're hearing some of that randomization. We could make this each one is a bar. So over the 4-bar pattern, then I guess we could make it so that we could almost make this its own progression in a weird way, but I just don't know if I can really pull that off without it getting like really ugly. What's the point of doing all of them? I don't know what I was thinking there. So let's do an octave, and let's see what happens here. Let's send this a bit to the delay. Just this one and this one. Send this to the reverb a little. So then what if I take, let's see which one of these I want to double up on. So nope. Let's do this one, but let's copy it. Oops, didn't mean to do it that way. Copy it. Paste it. Oh, you can only link 4 at a time. I forgot about that. But I think I might be able to, can I get away with having 6, which I think has the hold ARP on it, link to 8? Is that legal? Am I going to get arrested? Let's find out. Let's turn an arpeggiator on here. Okay, clearly it doesn't work quite like that. But regardless, I'm going to transpose this to bring it up. Let's just do a 5th. And let's have this randomly panning. Oh wait, it doesn't. There's some trick to this. I forget what it is. I've had to figure it out like 100 times now, but I still don't remember. Like that. I'm just so used to OPZ, I'm used to being able to do the things I have in my brain like that really quick, but I'm not used to all the limitations of this one yet. Let's do something here. Oh, right, because I didn't successfully link them? Oh, is this... Oh, wait, right, you have to be on this screen. There we go. if I'm feeling this that much. Let's turn that off there, and let's turn off the transposition here, or we'll make it at least a little bit higher. Let's make it down a fourth. Let's make sure it sends a lot to the both reverbs. Maybe not the delay, but to the reverb a lot. Did I say both reverbs instead of both effects? Whatever. This one might already be plenty soft. Nope, it could use a bit of softening. On here, hey man. You copy steps by just holding the step down, and it'll say copied at the top. So what if I take this pattern and I copy it? But what if I wonder what would happen if I changed kind of the voices of these. Maybe I'll change some to a guitar in some versions of this. Let's see. So let's copy that and paste it. And we'll copy and paste that. Copy and paste that. There's got to be a better way of doing this. I just don't know it. So let's swap. Actually, yeah, let's turn off. Turn that off, and let's swap this out for the mandolin sample. That might be. That's kind of interesting. change this out to being a base, even though it's going to mess everything up later. That's fine. Or maybe I guess I'll just keep doing the weird thing and using primarily my own samples. Was it this one? Although loading multi-samplers, kind of a crapshoot as you're witnessing right now. It can't always handle all of them. And so right now, I mean, to be fair, I have, I guess, 5 multi-sampler engines up right now. So like, I can't really be too mad, but let me see what I can pull up here. I'll just go back to a regular base. Also, that's not necessarily me making apologies for like this being buggy. Like, I definitely get that. I just generally move on. No, that's not the bass I had in my head, is it? Okay, so I'm just... Maybe I just need to keep it simpler. What am I doing? At least for starters. I keep tripping myself up because I'm trying to overcomplicate things. Let's see. Let's just have it repeats. This even more chaotic. Oh wait, what am... Oh, did I mute that? Oh, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? You can tell how focused I am. I didn't even notice that the thing that the bass track I put in did nothing. Now I don't even like it anymore. Got too much going on and it's not focused enough. It's also a bit too randomized for me, but that's kind of like what I was messing with here anyway. So let's see if we can just throw on some step components here to mess with this too. Why not? Let's just do that for all of them. Now I guess the brain probably actually is going to do a lot. Let's remove these for now. I guess we should use what they've got here. Let me turn off. There we go. What if we just scramble one of these? Did that do nothing? Oh, right. It's probably scrambling this and stuff. So this has gotten a bit out of hand. What I will do for the last thing here is I'm just going to... I think I'm probably going to sign off in a second, to be honest. I guess it hasn't been that long. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to start over, layer one of these piano sounds, and then I'm going to resample the layered piano sound. So I'm just going to start from scratch here, and I'm going to load up the piano snapshot or piano sample I took earlier today. There it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste this on a bunch of spots. I can only link up to 4 at once, so I'm just going to have it on these 4. And what I'll do is let's start off by linking it, and let's just mess around with some of those settings like I was doing before. Like, let's put a really long release on this, and then over here maybe we'll put a longer attack, but we'll turn on the hold engine, and for that might be an interesting one for like a bass. So let's transpose it down. I guess I'm moving a bit fast. Sorry, I just have an idea, I guess. Let's move it lower. And let's turn on this filter. Let's make it legato. Okay. So let's see. If I play this now. And let's replace, you know what, actually screw it. Let's take that voice out. I'm just going to replace that with an acoustic guitar sample from before. If it loads. Dope. Okay. Oh, right, it has the hold on. That's going to be interesting. Okay. Okay, yeah. So then how would I, let's just say I just want to go with this sound. Maybe let me just transpose this down. Just that way I'm roughly doing what I did before. Transpose this up, double check that's okay. Let me turn off the effects sends from these. Maybe there aren't any. Right, because I started a new project. Amazing. Although I had it on the guitar, but let's hear what it sounds like now. So let's hear what this is going to be like if I go to track 4 here. I'm going to make a new pattern. And I'm just going to record the note C. I haven't actually tried this before. I've had this idea in my head for a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a sampler over here, but it's just going to be, the regular synth sampler, not the multi-sampler. And I'm going to have it, go for just record what I'm recording elsewhere. So let's see, when I play. So that's the thing, is that at least with this method, you have to sequence a note, because if I pull up the sampler here, if I hit a note, it will trigger this track, but it won't trigger the others. There's probably trickery you could do with external MIDI, but I mean, at that point, I feel like I might as well just, just put one note on the sequencer and go with that. What if we could also here actually do a bit extra EQ, couldn't we? So what if we take off a few of those? Awful. Now what if we could saturate it. Very slightly, I guess. Okay, so then what I'll do here is I'm going to go back to track 8, do that I/O thing, hold down C, because that's the note that I sequenced, and let's hit play. Cool. So I'm going to, let's go back here and let's unlink track 4. And let's actually instead, let's go back here. And what if, instead of this, let's, man, I'm still getting the hang of this, so I'm going to copy it from there, go to track 8, paste it here. That was the wrong thing to do, because that changed this engine. So I'm going to go back to sampler, and then we're going to play this guessing game, which is, where did it save? Oh, this one's, this is going to be a minute, isn't it? It's going to be awful. Let's see. It should be one of the unnamed ones, maybe? That seems right. Okay. I lucked out, I guess. So in this case, I'll just have this do a new one. And then I'm going to remember to turn off the saturator, turn off any EQ, and let's just hear what this sounds like on its own now. So it's got a lot of layers. Oops, what am I doing? Let's turn off that high pass filter. Oh, I would have to set the loop points and stuff, right? That's part of my issue here. Let's do that. So yeah, so this is now just a resampled version of that. I mean, I still think this probably sounds better. So So I'm not 100% sure. I've clearly not fully mastered this technique yet, but I'm really liking it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and save this preset here, and I'll just rename it. And I guess y'all can see how slowly I do that. Guess I'll just call it layered, whatever. Anyway, this is, I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm probably going to go sit on the couch and play a bit more with these sounds. But I've just been messing with that a lot lately, just adding voices on top of each other, copying things between tracks and slightly changing things. And I just keep using the sampler engine. So there's probably a lot more that you could do on like just the regular synth engines. Let's call it layers, I guess. There's probably a lot more that you could do on the synth engines because you could just slightly detune a bunch of them or whatever. And so I'll go into that in the future. But so far, I've just been completely taken by the sampler engines. So even though they're super buggy, I can't get over the multi-sampler. I love it. So thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time.